Okay. And so we're back. Because no story in Hollywood has a fairy tale ending, does it? Oh my God. I'm in shock. You're going to be in shock. I'm like, if I went to a psychiatrist right now and I told him what I'm about to tell you, he would probably question me, interrogate me, institutionalize me, and laugh at me, and nobody would believe me. I've been telling you this horrible saga that's been going on for 5 years, whereby my boss, my roommate, my employer, my boyfriend, my significant other, now my husband, has been randomly, without notice or provocation, waking up on the wrong side of the bed. And doesn't end there. He's not just a little grumpy. He's a little bit perjurious and malicious and all kind of evil. He would just call the police department out of the blue. No provocation, no scene, no argument, no nothing. Just call the police department. And they would come over, and he would say all kind of shit like, she woke up, tried to smother me with a pillow to kill me. Okay. That one was soldier's PTSD. And then it got worse. I went back home to him, of course. Kidnapped me twice during the last 5 years. Put me in places I didn't want to be, and places I could not escape from, and live to tell about it. Took my ID, took all my money, took my car. Refused to allow me to socialize with anyone, not the neighbors, not even my own children who live in San Diego. And each time it happened, I would go back to him and cry as pitifully as I could muster up an Emmy winning performance. Like, really? Love you? Why are you doing this to me? Crying. Beg him to promise me never to do it again. And he would promise me never to do it again. Finally, after 4 years of betrothal and several false arrests, false accusations, throwing me, a crippled old widow, in jail, where by the LAPD, when they handle you, they're not so nice. They're so nice. And the handcuffs are always too tight. And why don't they have sheepskin lining like they do at the sex store? What's wrong with having sheepskin lining in the handcuffs? I mean, are you supposed to torture innocent citizens before they're found guilty? Are you supposed to torture them after they're found guilty? Are you supposed to torture American citizens at all, ever? No, you're not supposed to do that. But guess what? They do that in every police precinct in America. They do that. They torture you. So, I have remained hopeful. I have remained optimistic. I have given into crazy faith. Like Alison Krauss sings about. crazy because it was ridiculously unrealistic to have such a thing. Alright. And I just went on and on, in and out of jail, him remaining completely aloof and me begging him to tell me, what did I do to make you want to do that to me? Please, I need an explanation. Just tell me what I did so I make sure I don't do it ever again. Not with you or any other man. I want to know what makes a man want to wake up on the wrong side of the bed and throw his wife in jail. And then take her back. And then get a restraining order. And then every time she says or does something that isn't submissive enough for him, he calls 911 again and again and again and has them take her away to jail. Now, they have some kind of fucked up rule here in LA whereby if you get picked up for nothing or something or whatever, you have to spend 3 business days in custody before you get to see a judge, or before you get to have any say in anything, before anyone ever asks you any questions, before you ever get to see a judge, before you ever get to even see the affidavit that was accompanying the restraining order application. You never get to see any of that. And guess what else? 3 days. Okay. So if you get arrested on a Thursday, you have to stay in jail Friday, Saturday, and Sunday don't count. Monday, Tuesday. Then you get to go to see a judge, allegedly, the following Wednesday. That's almost a week. That is a week. And then on that final day, they say, oh, the DA decided not to press charges. So then they've got you. I was so grateful. I was so happy. Happy? You just took a week of my life and tortured me. Let me tell you, a week in county jail. You cannot get a wink of sleep at all for a week. You do not get a meal, not one, for a week. You get no water at all for a week. And so, if you're an older person, your health is already compromised. You know what they do to you then? When they come to drive you back to freedom, which you're supposed to be happy and grateful about. They tell you, okay, you don't have to see a judge. No, you don't have to. I should have a right to see a fucking judge. You're not gonna get charged with anything. I'm supposed to be grateful. You arrested me under false charges and held me for a whole week and tortured me for a whole week with no food and no sleep and agonizing pain every minute of every fucking day for a week, and you think I'm supposed to be grateful? Yeah. Now, come on outside and get in the police cruiser. The police cruiser has been sitting in the sun for God knows how many hours, and it's 100 degrees out. And they put you in the back, shackled and handcuffed. Now, of course, they have air conditioning in the front. They don't have it in the back because you're a criminal and you're supposed to suffer. But you're supposed to be grateful. So you're supposed to smile and suffer in silence. aren't you? I don't suffer in silence. Matter of fact, I don't usually feel anything in silence. I started begging for my life, crying and begging and trying to tell them that a woman my age, postmenopausal, with hormone imbalances and a thyroid condition and hypertension and high cholesterol, and I wasn't going to survive the backseat of that car. They kept me in the backseat of that car, which, according to the formula, if it's 100 degrees outside, is 140 inside the car. Kept me in that car for 2 hours or more, telling me to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're such a whiner. You're so melodramatic. You're such a pussy. They told me. I barely survived the cruiser ride back to the police station, where everybody started laughing. All of the cops that were there at Central Division, LAPD, all of the cops that had been to my home and chased me down, tracked me down, held me at gunpoint, and hauled me into jail all these times, were laughing at me and not understanding that I live at my home because it is my home. I told them, you can expect to find me there every day, any day. I don't give a fuck about the restraining order he supposedly has on me. Why does he allow me to live with him then? Because he wants to control me and punish me for deeds I am not aware of, torture me because he's sadistic by having this ongoing restraining order and then calling you guys over to haul me in on an arrest while brutalizing me. And that's his way of abusing me, using you, and he gets away with that because you're doing it, not him. I had my say before they released me that night. I came to work here at my office in downtown Chinatown. The air wasn't working too well, but I had a fan. And then all of a sudden, I got home, put my purse down, went over to the dining room table to get my anti-medicines, and suddenly I couldn't make it to that chair. I fell into another chair and I was paralyzed, having a heat stroke because of what the LAP did to me. What they did to me after starving me and depriving me of sleep for 6 days. They then put me in a 140 degree backseat of a police cruiser for hours with no air, telling me to shut the fuck up. I told him, you know what? It's funny. My husband is always telling me to shut the fuck up, but I won't. And if you think I'm going to shut the fuck up about this, you got another thing coming, motherfuckers. They still laughed at me. A week later, 2 weeks later, I'm still not well. I'm not well at all. I can barely walk. I went to the hospital. I was diagnosed with a heat stroke and dehydration. I can still barely walk. My back muscles went into such contortions and spasms that they have not recovered yet. I'm going to sue those bastards. So, all these 5 years, I've been asking my husband, why are you doing this to me? I need to know. I'm never going to stop asking. You need to tell me why you're having me arrested all the time. That doesn't make sense. I'm so good to you. So last night he finally told me, because I wrote him a letter and I said, I need to make a deal with you. And I gave him a free pass on all the crimes he committed against me. And I enumerated all of them. And I said, now, you could tell me what else you might like of me in order for you to stop torturing me and throwing me in jail all the time. You know what he said? He said, okay, well, I want to be a woman, and I want to wear women's clothes, and I want you to enter into, with me, a sort of lifestyle of forced feminization of my character. And I want you to dominate me, and I want you to whip me and spank me and make me be a woman, and I want you to make me wear these clothes and speak a certain way. And Bill, you tell me all about your man-woman dilemma when I first met you, but I can't make you do anything. If you want to dress like a woman, act like a woman, wada wada, I've been telling you all along, go right ahead, I don't give a fuck. Because, that don't matter to me. We don't exactly go out in public together. Oh yeah, and we're going to want to socialize together out there, and we're going to be like true lesbian lovers. I mean, and we're going to be two women, and we're going to be lovers, and we're going to go out a lot. I'm like, Bill, you're broke. You can't afford to take me on a date. And as far as forced feminization, I know this is a fantasy of yours, but I told you a long time ago that when I was a call girl and I had to entertain men's fetishes, men like you, men with all these crazy ideas, and then when you give them what they want, they don't want that, they want something else, and then they get upset when you give them what they want, they don't want that, they don't want this, they're not sure, they get confused, and they suck up all my fucking time and energy. I'm not gonna force you, Bill. You are the most dominant fucking animal I've ever known. I could never force you to do anything. Be a woman, dress like a woman, talk like a woman, I don't give a fuck. Just pay the bills and I'll do the housework. He had me put through 5 fucking years of torture, 8 incarcerations, alienated me from my own family and from all of his family and from all of our friends, and lied about me to everyone to discredit me because, and he said I need to have 3 ejaculations a week, so you're gonna need to have sex with me 3 times a week. I wasn't gonna live. Look, a gift horse in the mouth. I agreed to all of his conditions. I said, so when we put that into a slave contract? He said yes. So I did. And he signed it. Now, the question is, what fucking government agency do I take this type of criminal to get him wiped off of that map and put away in psychosexual deviant prison like Ron Jeremy and all those guys? How can I get him put in his fucking place? I don't know. You tell me, who do I call to report this motherfucking pervert who's forcing me to have weird fucking stupid ass sex I don't want in exchange for my freedom and not be thrown in jail all the time. Or go get myself thrown out of my own home and then make myself homeless and then die in the streets. He's threatening to murder me if I don't do this weird fucking sexual thing with him, and I don't want to and I shouldn't have to, and oh my god, I'm in a trap. I can't get out because I don't love you anymore, baby. Whoever fucking has someone I can talk to, let me fucking know. ASAP. Thank you and good night, Aunt Simon Layton. Echo Park, Chinatown, Los Angeles. Bunch of fucking weirdos over here. Wish I was back in Boston. Good night. Motherfucking bastards. I hate them all.